Hi everyone, lovely to see you again, and thank you so much for coming back to my videos. It's been so nice to see so many people watching my videos, wanting to know about this journey that I'm going on with jaw surgery and braces, and wanting to learn about what I might be going through. And it's such a supportive community, so thank you all, and please do subscribe if you want to follow along with my next steps. So, talking of next steps, I'm having SARPE surgery on Monday to expand my top jaw, and they're also removing 3 wisdom teeth, which is all of the wisdom teeth that I have. I have a random missing wisdom tooth. I just wanted to use this video as an opportunity to talk about what I'm doing to prepare for the surgery and what I'm taking into hospital, because I'm staying 1 night in the hospital, which I think is unusual for SARPE surgery. A lot of people have said that they just got sent home, but my surgeon just said that he tends to like to be a bit cautious, and if I can stay, then that would be great. So I've packed my bag. Today is Saturday, and I'm going in on Monday, so I wanted to kind of get myself ready and show you what I've done to get ready, so that on Sunday I can relax and make sure I'm not stressing and being worried that I haven't got myself completely ready. But before we go through my kind of list of stuff that I'm taking into the hospital, I wanted to just tell you about the appointments that I've had between deciding to have jaw surgery and now. So you can probably hear that I'm struggling to speak a little bit. That's because they've put in what's called a hyrax expander, which is the thing that will actually do the widening of the jaw. The surgery will cut down the middle of my palate, but then I'll have to widen my jaw. So a few weeks ago, I had an appointment to take molds of my top teeth. The orthodontist did that. Oh, I hate having molds taken off my teeth. I remember even from like back when I was at school and we had to get molds done for like gum shields for, I don't know, hockey, I guess. But I have such a tiny mouth that the kind of things that they put in to take the molds are just too big, and they make me gag, and I hate it so much. But to be honest, I guess it's just one of many uncomfortable things I'm probably going to have to get through in this whole process, so whatever. They took those molds and then sent them off to some factory somewhere to produce the expander fitted precisely for my teeth. And then earlier this week, I went into the orthodontist again, and he actually put that expander onto my teeth. So he cemented some rings around 4 of my teeth, 2 on each side, and then there's a thing sitting in the middle that is the thing that I will have to put the key in to turn. I got the key here. I'll show it to you a bit closer up in a bit. But it's basically a little metal key. It will poke into the hole in the middle of the expander in the top of my palate, and then I'll turn it, and that will expand my palate. So I've had 2 appointments with the orthodontist, one to take molds and one to fit the expander. I have also seen my surgeon last week, just to talk through what to expect from the surgery and what to expect from recovery, what I should be doing, whether I should, if there's anything particular that I should be doing to look after myself, what the risks are again, of course. I don't think the surgery is going to be massively long. I'm first of the day. I'm at 8 in the morning. I have to get there at 6:30, which is going to be lots of fun. But that means that, I'll probably be done reasonably early in the morning still, and then have the rest of the day to recover. My surgeon just kind of talked me through, make sure I really understood what was happening, what's going to be done, and make sure I'm mentally prepared for it as well. And then the 4th appointment that I've had since deciding to have jaw surgery was just yesterday. In advance of going into the hospital, I needed a pre-assessment from the hospital. So they did some blood tests, they did an MRSA swab, and they also did COVID tests, so the back of the throat and up your nose thing for COVID. Obviously, everything's a little bit different with COVID at the moment. I guess it's now been over a year, so the hospitals are quite used to it, but there are a few differences in how it would be if there wasn't a pandemic going on. Obviously, the main one being that my partner is not allowed to come and visit me in the hospital at all. In fact, no one is, obviously. So I will be alone. We can obviously communicate via our phones and things. So it's not the end of the world, especially since I won't be there very long. But it is a little bit weird thinking that I'll be just going in and being completely on my own. Those are the appointments that I've had. So now I just wanted to show you all the things in my hospital bag that I've got myself to take in for a one night stay. So this is my hospital bag that I'll be taking with me on Monday. So I've just got some pyjamas for me to change into, a kind of warmer cardigan-y jumpery thing, and a spare set of clothes for the next day in case I need it. I've got here the clothes that I'm going to wear with me on Monday morning. When I have to get up really early, I really prefer to put out my clothes in advance and make sure I'm don't have to think about it at all in the morning. Other things I've got in here, I've got a book. I might be being optimistic that I'll actually feel like reading at all, but this is a series I've been enjoying, a sci-fi series about a female astronaut, and so hopefully it's kind of something that I'll actually want to pick up if I get bored. I've also got a pen and a notepad here. It might be difficult for me to talk, so it might be useful for me to scribble things down, but also take notes of what the doctors or the nurses say in case I have to remember anything about medication, etc. I've got my charging block for my phone in case I can't get to a charger. What else have I got in here? Oh yeah, my earphones, these little bud earphones, so I can listen to stuff, not get bored. A flannel, just in case. Wimbledon flannel, it's good fun, and some tissues just in case things get gross. And this is my wash kit, which has a lot of stuff in it. So let's see, first of all I've got some moisturizer, and also this, I bought this on recommendation from people on the Jaw Surgery Support Facebook group. Really intensive dry skin ointment. I know that your lips after surgery get really, really dry, and your hot skin in general, so I want to try and save my skin if I can. Also some wipes, in case I want to keep myself clean and I don't feel like having a whole shower. Don't normally use these, but just thought I'd bring them along. Cotton buds, for kind of cleaning out, probably mostly my nose. I think there'll be a lot of blood and grossness going on, so cotton buds to try and keep that at bay. My toothbrush. This is a really soft, small toothbrush. Normally I use an electric one, but I think that'll be too harsh when I'm open. I haven't put my toothpaste in yet because I'm still using it. And I bought a medicated mouthwash. This is on recommendation of my surgeon that I use this for a couple of weeks after the surgery to try and avoid infection. But you shouldn't use it for too long because it can be bad for your teeth in the long run. Then I got a couple of mirrors. I got a kind of compact makeup mirror just for being able to see what's going on in my mouth in general. Apparently it can be even useful for eating if you can't feel what you're doing, and also a dental mirror so I can also see what's going on. And my key for turning my expander. So the surgeon has to use this in the surgery. Once they've cut the palate, he'll turn it a few times just to check that everything's opening correctly, and then he'll put it back. And then I'll use this by putting that little metal thing into the expander in my mouth and turning it, I think, twice a day from the second day after the surgery. So that's quite soon after the surgery. I know some people who wait quite a long time, but my surgeon seems to think that we're just going to get on with it, so quite exciting. And then lastly, this is some orthodontic wax. The expander itself has some like metal bits on the side, just like braces. I think it's where it would get fitted to braces in the future. And so this wax just helps me to stop it rubbing on the side of my mouth. And I've been using that at home recently, which has been good. So the last thing that I'm going to be taking with me to the hospital is this monstrosity. So this turned up at my door yesterday, and it contains in it, let's have a look, something called a hyalotherm device. What this does is it cools my face. So this thing is full of water, and I'll sit it by my hospital bed or my bed at home when I get back. And there's some tubes and this face mask thingy. So this will go over my face. I don't know if you can see the kind of white tubes in there. It will sit over my face, just as demonstrated by this lovely lady. And the water will come out of there where it's been cooled to a quite low temperature, flow through the tubes and keep my face really, really nice and cold to help kind of keep the swelling down and help the healing process move along. I've also been trying to make sure that this week I really prepare myself physically and mentally for the surgery. I stopped drinking alcohol a week before the surgery date, and I've been trying to eat healthily. I've been eating lots of fruit and veg, and physically making sure I keep moving. I've this weekend been doing yoga. I really, really love yoga, and it's really great for me physically to kind of keep my body strong, but also mentally to keep my mind clear and not stressed and not constantly worrying about the surgery the whole time. So that's been really good. I've also been taking some supplements. I've been taking just standard multivitamin tablets, as well as iron, because I have quite low iron levels. And I've been taking arnica tablets for the last 2 days. Arnica is meant to help with bruising and reducing the amount of bruising that you get. It's a homeopathic remedy. I'm not normally into homeopathic stuff, but I've had so many people say that it really, really helps them. And my mum has always used arnica cream for bruises. So I guess why not take it? And, you know, if it works, that's so great. And if it just ends up being a placebo, then that's also completely fine. So yeah, as I said, kind of keeping myself healthy, eating, drinking, or not drinking well, and taking some supplements just to top that up, and keeping myself physically active and my mind calm. Lastly, I wanted to show you some of the things that I've got for when I get back from the hospital that I probably won't take with me, but that I'll use at home. So I've already mentioned the iron tablets and multivitamin tablets, and arnica tablets. I've also got some arnica cream, so that will also help with the bruising, and you can massage it into your face, and the massage can be really, really helpful for improving the bruising. And then this is my new favourite thing. It's a water flosser. So it kind of, you put water in here, and then you press the button and it squirts water out of there into your teeth. And I've been using that to get the food out from my expander, which is kind of a nightmare to eat with right now. Food gets stuck everywhere, and so I use this after brushing to get the last bits out and make sure I'm not leaving food in there. And I've also bought these like fancy face masks for soothing my face. I'll use these hopefully to try and rehydrate my face and keep it all nice and cool after the surgery. Try and save some of that skin. And I think that's everything to say about how I've been preparing myself for SARPE surgery and wisdom teeth extraction. Obviously, this is only the start of a really long journey for me. After the surgery, I'll have a gap in my front teeth, which will mean I have to have braces, and then those braces will be used to bring my jaws into alignment, so that then after the jaw surgery they come together in a perfect bite. So it's going to be a really, really long process. So I would love it if any of you wanted to follow along. Do subscribe, have a look at my old videos to see some more about how I made this decision, why I'm doing all of this, and what the actual details of the surgeries are if you're curious. Oh, that's a word that's really hard to say. You're curious. Hopefully this will get better. I'll get more used to talking with the expander in. And please do join me on Instagram as well. The community on Instagram as well as on Facebook has just been so supportive and so amazing, and it's great to see so many people helping each other and supporting each other through difficult times. So thank you all so much, and I'll see you on the next video.